I'm Mesha, owner and founder of Tickle Pink Event Planning in Dallas, Texas, and I'm here lounging with Lee on the Lee and Ken Show.
It's Lee, and right now you're lounging with Lee on the Lee and Ken Show. Thank you for coming by, kicking it with me today. Now I got a few Instagram questions I'm gonna ask you that people ask, but first we're gonna just get into some of the things that I know. Like for the people who don't know you, can you tell the people who you are and what it is that you do?
Okay. Well, my name is Mesha, and I'm born here in Dallas, raised in Flower Mound, Texas, and I am an event planner and publicist in the entertainment industry. So I've been doing that, gosh, since '98. So kind of telling my age there, but I don't care.
How did you get into that? Like, what made, is that something you always wanted to do, or it just happened one day?
It's always something I wanted to do. I actually come from a background of entrepreneurship. My grandfather and my great uncles always owned their own construction company, Jackson & Jackson or whatever, here in Dallas, Oak Cliff. And my mom also is an entrepreneur, and so she speaks, she's a motivational speaker, and she runs an HIV and AIDS awareness program for kids and at-risk students in the southern sector of Dallas. And so, long story short, I was working a job in real estate and apartment management, and I hated it, absolutely hated it, but I was still doing parties on the side at UNT. And I wasn't actually the promoter there, I was just the door girl. And the flyer girl, I was like 18 years old. So that's how I got involved. I was like, oh, this is cool, it was easy money, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what my push was to get started.
And I actually see you have a lot of relationships with different people, like you do a lot of great networking. When you bring people to the city for parties, is it for a particular reason, or is it just for that night they might bring a crowd, or is it for because you feel like this is somebody you can network with and build a relationship with? That's
a good question. It's really both. I work with a lot of different promotional groups here in Dallas. I'm pretty much primarily the only woman that does it. But most of the time, it's really to draw a crowd. You know, it's got to pack out the club. You know, for instance, Medusa. I'm at Medusa every Friday, and you know that holds hundreds of people. So you'd want to bring like an Amber Rose or Wiz Khalifa or somebody, you know, pretty big that's going to draw the crowd out. But on the flip side of that, it's really to network and really just bring something different to the city that people are wanting to see. So you bring, you know, I'll just again say Amber Rose, you know, men and women both love her. So it helps, you know, different makeup artists, hairstylists, bougie, it helps different people to connect with people that are in the limelight in Black Hollywood or whatever. So it's kind of like, you know, both kind of ties in together.
And like you said, it's not too many people in your lane doing what you're doing, like far as women anyway, from what I can see. So do you have like a vision for Dallas, or what impact do you want to leave on the city through what you're doing?
I really just want to show, you know, young women young and old, that you can do whatever you want to, honestly. I know it sounds kind of cheesy and hokey or whatever, but really you can. I mean, if you really just put your mind to it, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes behind it. But I really just want to show them that you don't have to show your boobs and your booty and all of that to get where you want to be. You don't have to sleep your way to the top. I don't think that that's necessary whatsoever. So I just really want women to see like, oh, you know, she's doing it, so can I. And even if you're just doing it on the side, and it's a side gig and it's a hustle, at least be doing something that you're passionate about that brings you some type of joy and money as well. So.
And with that being said, you are a beautiful woman, so I'm pretty sure in the industry you're in, it's a lot of males in that industry, like, and there's a lot of women who feel like they get hit on and have to talk back to these guys to get to where they're going. Like, what kind of advice can you give to them to let them know, like, I got here without doing that? Like,
right. Again, I think because I started at such a young age, I'm 34 now, I started when I was 18, and just seeing how my mom maneuvered in her industry and just watching my mom being an entrepreneur, I just knew that this is the business. People see it like, oh, it's parties and you're kicking it, it's a nightlife, but it's still business. So when I'm at work, you're gonna see me at the end of the night, maybe having a little bit of fun, you know, whatever, but like, people don't see the behind the scenes of having to deal with, you know, agents and DJs and, you know, attitudes of the celebrity, this, that, and the third. So you just have to like really stay professional. And again, it's a male dominated industry, and I am a woman, and I understand that like, yeah, you can use your sex appeal to kind of get to where you want to go, but you have to put a leash on that, and you have to show them that you're about business. And like Eve said, be a pit bull in a skirt, and people know when they hear Mesha, she's a little crazy, but in a good way. Like, she doesn't play any games. Like, you know, like, don't come at me sideways because I don't have to do business with you. So just look at me as a businesswoman.
Yeah, me watching you, you've proven that you're a hard worker and you get things done. Like you even became an ambassador for some people. Like of course, like you wear bougie, like that really benefits bougie a lot.
Yeah.
So do you have any other plans like going forward, like outside of the PR and the party promotion? Because so many people do reach out to you to help them build their brand through your name, because you built the name for yourself. So do you plan on going anywhere with that?
Well, another good question. I do get a lot of rappers locally and just kind of just really even here in Texas that email me all the time, and I feel so bad because they're asking me to manage them. And I'm like, well, I could do your PR and your marketing and your branding, but as far as managing you, I don't want to step into a field that I really don't know that much about. I mean, I know a lot about the music industry, but as far as managing you, no. I may want to get in that in the future, but I definitely would just like to brand and market, you know, somebody that wants to get to that level. But as far as managing, no. And I saw someone did ask me what I wanted to do, like when I hit 40, 50, am I going to retire from the party scene? I'm going to retire way before then. What I want to do in the future, like my next couple goals, I always do is a vision board every 6 months, and I write down where I want to be, you know, with my career, my personal life, and all that good stuff. And so one of the key things I'm working on this year is really building more clientele as far as like in the NFL and NBA, and getting more clients on my roster in my PR, because that's where I want to retire from. You know, and so you can't do party promotions all your life. People have asked me if I wanted to open up a lounge or a club. I'm not exactly sure that's something I'm thinking about, but I just think after 10, 15 years in this industry, I'd rather just go into the PR and just focus more on that.
Yeah, but like you said, I think people just look at party promotion like the nightlife, but it really is a lot of business and work that goes into it that a lot of people don't really see.
Right.
Because a lot of people try it and they fail.
Yeah.
Because they think it's...
They think it's easy, but it really is not easy. I mean, you have to meet your bar minimum, you have to deal with the owners, you have to deal with GMs, all the staff, the cocktails. There's a lot you have to deal with, not just the customers, and you show up looking cute. You know, they don't see what you've gone through that whole week before you even get there. You know, you're stressed out about how many people are going to be there, and just to make, you know, people happy. So you have to make sure that people's birthdays go well, or the divorce party goes well, or the engagement party goes well. There's a lot that goes into it, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
What's 3 things you can tell women out there that's trying to start their own business or break away from their 9 to 5 to do something and live the life they want to live like you're doing?
I would say that they, and not in any particular order, just off the top of my head, that you definitely need a strong support system, and that support system definitely needs to start within you. You have to look at yourself every day and say, can I do this? Because you're going to get kicked down 7 times and get up 8. So you have to tell yourself, and I'm sure you even did this with Bougie, is like, it might not go well. That first year, 2 years, 5 years of you starting your own business is not going to go as planned, and you just have to believe in yourself and know that if you really want to do it, you have to have perseverance and tenacity to do it, and then have a support system, whether that's mom, dad, best friend, pastor, anything. You also need a mentor, so someone that you want to shadow. And I'm always open to interns and, you know, young women and men, but you know, particularly young women that want to shadow me if they really are serious about doing it. So I definitely think that you need a mentor and someone that you can look up to. You also need to, let's see, have investments. I didn't start this business like with a whole lot of money. I'm still not where I really want to be, but you have to make sure that you don't go into it with just, you know, $1 and a dream. Honestly, I feel like you need to have something to fall back on, because there's going to be times where you just hit rock bottom, but you need to have something to fall back on. So I definitely feel that you need to have something saved up, and just always a plan B, just in case plan A isn't working for like a month or 2, at least have something else. My mom has always taught me to have several different hustles, and I think that's how people, the rich stay rich, is by having 7 different, you know, several different residual income. So. Do
you remember your first event and how that went? Because I remember when I was in school in Austin, I knew about you. When I left home, and I went to school in Austin, and then especially when Twitter started to like, when I came home, it was always that's where you need to go.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. That's sweet.
So like by your parties, and even now, like every party I go to is very successful. But do you remember like that first party, and was it successful in your eyes, or was it like, I don't think I can do this?
Yeah. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, I've always worked with different groups, Party Chaser being one. They really, really gave me my start. Shout out to Ron King and Rob Howard, and DeVille Burns, who gave me my start with Dallas Peeps when I was in school. And then it turned over into partychaser.com. But so really I was like partnering up with them. But Tickle Pink's very first event was back in 2010, Twitter Tuesdays, and that's when Twitter was just booming. And so I started that on my own. I was super excited, and it was really just about people coming out and networking. And that's really, I think, when I met Fat Pimp, DJ Mr. Rogers, a lot of different people, DJs and all that good stuff. It was at Sankofa. That used to be in Deep Ellum. It was every Tuesday. It was a backwards happy hour, and we did it from 5 to midnight. And so it was a reverse happy hour until like 8 o'clock, and then it turned into a party. But it was great for a Tuesday night for me to get at least 100 to 200 people in there weekly on my own by myself. I was super excited. I didn't care if I made $100 or $1,000. Like, I was super excited to do that. So, because it was just a happy hour, and people came out and really supported me, and that's how I knew, like, I can do this, by myself, So, yeah.
Okay, wrapping up, since you are a woman, and I'm pretty sure dudes try to talk to you, what's advice you can give a man on how to treat a woman or even approach a woman, especially if your caliber, like when you go and see you in the club, of course you're busy, but some people might think, she's successful, she's doing this, she's doing that, I'm not going to go talk to her.
Right,
like, what kind of advice can you give men on how to treat a woman or even approach different women that's really doing something?
Well, for me, I can just touch on like when I am at work. People don't see it as work. When I am at work, when I am at one of the events and clubs that I work at, let's say I'm at Monroe on a Sunday, and if you see me walking with a bottle or dealing with a client or something, I really wouldn't want you to stop and like, hey, how are you? Do you want a drink? Dude, I can get drinks at the bar for free. You know? So no, I really don't want someone to approach me while I'm busy. Like, if you see me just swamped and dealing with something, because you might not get the nice side of me, you're gonna get like, are you serious? Like, so wait for me to kind of have a chill moment, like I said, towards the end of the night. So yeah, so basically I just want, a guy to have confidence in himself, and that's just with anything. As long as you have confidence, you walk up to me and you look at me in the eye and you have some form of a great speech and you have something to talk about, some substance, not just like, so what are you doing? What are you doing after this? Don't ask me that. So I'd like for you to know a little bit about me, but if you don't, compliment my shoes or my hair or something, and then, I don't know, as long as you have confidence, you're good with me, and then we could take it from there. Yeah.
Okay, so before we leave, can you let the people know how they can get in contact with you, or if they want to do business with you, follow you, or anything? Just let them know what you got coming up and how they can reach you.
Okay. Well, I have my social media, and I'm on that all day, every day. It's definitely a benefit for my business. So you can reach me at via Instagram and Twitter at Mesha_08, MESHA_08. I am actually relaunching my website, ticklepinkepdallas.com. Look forward around mid-April to May. I will definitely, give you more info about that later once it's ready. So I'm relaunching that, and you can catch me every Friday at Medusa Dallas, every Saturday at Marquee, and every Sunday at Monroe Lounge. And then of course with the spring and summer coming up, I'm all over the place doing day parties and brunches and pool parties, so I'm everywhere.
So we really appreciate you coming to Lounge with Lee on the Lee and Ken Show. It means a lot to us because we know you're very busy, so for you to take time out of your day and come sit with me, I really do appreciate that.
And I appreciate it too. I like to call this Working Women Wednesday because it is Wednesday today. So when you guys did contact me, I was honored because I love to see women doing something. Whether you're a teacher or an entrepreneur, banker, whatever you are, you're Working Woman Wednesday. And so I'm glad that I was saluted today. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Man, we appreciate you.
I'm Mesha, and I've been lounging with Lee on the Lee and Ken Show.
Na na na, diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Na na na, diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Stop the track, let me stay facts. I told you.